Okay, so this is a bit of a different test, and basically the front-facing camera on the Nokia is pretty much useless. There's blur regardless of what app I use on the edges. It gives it soft edges on that front-facing camera. It's not. It's a hole punch style camera, so I think that's the issue. That, and at the end of the day, it's a budget phone, and I thought maybe it was catching the edge of the default screen protector. So I've actually got a brand new screen protector on it, which completely goes over the thing. And that's fine for night photos and stuff, but video, you still get that blurry edge. So it's a feature of the lens, a feature. So what I'm testing now is basically the rear facing camera. Now the pain with that, if you've done any videoing, is I can't see the screen. So I have to try and set up my framing as to where I'm gonna sit. And then I've got, once I'm recording, I've got no way of checking. So if I was doing an a pickups video, I've got no way of then seeing, glancing up and seeing if things are in shot as I place them. So that is going to be a real challenge going forward. Now, what I'm going to do, look, because realistically I would move out of shot and grab stuff. I just want to see how the focus, I've tried to set the focus and the exposure and lock them as best I know how. This is still using the default camera settings, not the ultra wide cinematic, which does have a lot nicer features, but puts it in ultra wide. So I might play about with that in the future as well. But I'm just gonna mess about here, moving this around in front of the camera to see what that does. If I was to show you something in detail, what's that going to do to the focus and the exposure? Is it going to come back to how I've set it originally? So look, at the end of the day, it is going to be a bit of a challenge for a while. Hopefully I can still put some good content out with this phone. I'm pleased that I don't have to put stuff through Handbrake. That's fantastic, because it really did add an extra step. But my plan, the reason why I bought a cheap phone, much as I was tempted to go a more expensive phone, is because I actually want to buy a 4K video camera. Now, I'm not going to publish stuff in 4K. My plan is, especially for when I do gameplay stuff on the actual screens, is I want to record in 4K, edit in 1080p, but then I can zoom in on screens and stuff, which, as you know, I like to do in my edits, without losing any quality, because I'll have an abundance of pixels within that image data. So when I zoom in, it's not going to ever go below 1080 or worst case 720, rather than, you know, in some of my older videos when I do zoom in on the screens in post-production, obviously it goes a bit blurry because I'm just blowing everything up. So that's the plan for the way forward. So look, this is a temporary setback. I will still do my best. I'm just going to have to get used to this. I've got a little bit of it's going to be a messy thing, but I could maybe rig something else up that's looking at the screen and displaying that back to me. That's one option I have to have a think about. Even if I can plug something in from the phone to the TV there and display that, or cast to the TV somehow, I don't know. And then I could glance up at that to make sure things are in shot. Even a mirror. Let's do things simple. I could maybe put a mirror. That might work. I'll get a mirror on another tripod, and I could glance up at that. That might do the job. Anyway, we'll see.